Hello, can you hear me properly? Hello? Hello everyone. I'm going to show you with this video tips on how to write a proper piece of writing in English, especially for any academic purpose. So the most important points I will go through will be cohesion in paragraph structure, coherence, grammar, and vocabulary. One of the most important things when writing an essay is that it should have a proper paragraph structure. Your ideas must be well organized and well linked. So, here you have some tips on cohesion. Avoid writing one-sentence paragraphs. 3 or more sentences is the ideal size for a paragraph. Your introduction and conclusions shouldn't be longer than the body of your essay. Your introduction should just be a general idea of what you will mention afterwards, so it should be smaller. Leave a space between paragraphs. Enough space will let the reader differentiate between different paragraphs and ideas. If you don't do so, your essay will look like a disaster and it will definitely give a very bad impression. An essay should have at least 3 to 4 paragraphs. An introduction with the general idea, the body with several supporting ideas, and the conclusion. You should write enough ideas about the topic to support your introduction. Otherwise, your essay will be too poor in content. And so, do you usually start writing right away? No way. What you should do is brainstorm first. What is brainstorming then? It is the process of your thinking before writing. So first of all, make a list of ideas, choose the best ideas, organize your ideas into paragraphs, write the general idea of your introduction, and finally, you can start writing your essay. It is also important that you connect your ideas with connectors. You should use a variety of connectors. Do not use the same connector all the time. It can be boring and it can show that you have little knowledge of the language. Connectors can be placed either at the beginning, like however, moreover, what is more, in the middle of 1 or 2 sentences, like for example, and, or, but, or at the end of a sentence, to, though. Use the correct connectors depending if you contrast, add, etc. And you should make sure you're not using too many of them or none at all. Now let's go for coherence, which refers to the text ideas and their meaning. Do not use irrelevant ideas to the topic. That means, for example, if you're writing about top sites in Thailand, then you shouldn't talk about politics in Thailand. It is not relevant to the topic. You should also think of your audience and choose the right formality and register. For example, if you're writing a letter to a friend, it should be written in an informal register. However, if you're writing a cover letter applying for a job, you should be writing in a more formal register. Avoid sentences like I'm going to talk about. Just go straight to the point. As for grammar, these are some of the mistakes you could have that you should try to improve step by step. For example, tense, she came to class yesterday should be she came to class yesterday. Spelling different should be spelled with double F. Concordance, it should be she has a car. Wrong word, the day was very, funny is the word, funny means a different thing. Word order, adjectives in English go before the noun, therefore it should be the red car, I'm sorry. And you could also have a missing word. The is the missing word here. An extra word. The is here the extra word. So it should be women like buying clothes. Punctuation. We should be in capital letters. Finally, choosing the right vocabulary is also important when writing an essay. You should use varied vocabulary. Do not repeat the same word too much if possible. Use synonyms. You can look for them in a thesaurus dictionary. Use rich vocabulary related to the topic. For example, if you're writing about temples, you may use vocabulary like monk, praise, pray, gods, religion, sacred, faith, or Buddhism, etc. You can use nice expressions, related to the topic, or you can look for them. Like, for example, it takes all sorts to make a world or any other. They all sound nice and they catch readers' attention. So, I hope all these tips were useful and you take them into account when writing your essays.